Hey everybody, Coach Tonya, holistic health practitioner here at Critical Bench, and today in this video I want to talk a little bit with you about Alzheimer's prevention. Alright, if you've had a chance to look at any of the other Alzheimer's videos I've done, you do know that this is a topic very near and dear to me and something that I do spend time researching and looking into to try and learn and find out as much as possible. And the purpose of these videos is to share that information with you. Now I will say that there is some very exciting, hopeful research that is going to be very soon more available publicly, and I am looking forward to coming back to the channel and sharing some of that with you. But right now what I do want to share is what I do know as far as the research that I have been able to dig up and access and find out about. So this video again is on prevention, and the topic of prevention with Alzheimer's is kind of a debated issue. Can we prevent it? I don't know for certain that we can at this point. It doesn't mean that there isn't new research and evidence coming up that might show us otherwise. However, one thing that a lot of professionals and specialists can agree on is that there are things that we can do to reduce our risks greatly by about 50% or even delay the onset. So again, debated, but there's some agreement there. And what I was able to find, the one thing I do want to share with you is a study I found, and they came up with results that they published and called the 6 pillars of Alzheimer's prevention. And it's kind of like the Cliff Notes version. So without giving a whole bunch of information and overloading you with that, this really kind of points it out very clearly, very quickly, very succinctly, and that's what I want to share with you. So the 6 pillars are as follows. Number 1 is regular exercise. Now, no big surprise there, because let's face it, exercise is good for your body no matter what, and your brain is part of your body. This is one whole unit that is meant to be moved. It doesn't thrive or do very well when it becomes very sedentary and immobile for long periods of time. So getting regular exercise and starting now, these pillars that I'm going through, they're not so much wait till something happens to start doing these things. These are things that, hopefully you're doing some of them already in your life, because they're really good things to do that have a positive impact on your overall health and wellness. So getting some regular exercise. You don't have to be an athlete. You don't have to train like an athlete. You don't have to spend hours in a gym or doing cardio. Just get out, get mobile. Find something that you like. Find an activity, a program, a team. Find something that you enjoy doing and just do that. It's good for you and it's very good for your brain. Number 2, social engagement. It's no surprise and it's no secret that our brains do not thrive in isolation. They really don't. We need human connection and engagement. So staying socially interactive, you don't have to always be the life of the party, but having friendships, healthy relationships, people that you enjoy spending time with, and just being engaged socially is very, very good for your brain and keeps parts of your brain active that need to be kept active. Diet. Okay, again, right up there with exercise. Diet is huge for infinite reasons. And, your brain needs to be fed, and it needs to be fed well. It needs good fats. It needs all the good things out there that you can include in your diet. So make sure that your diet is healthy. It's solid. Doesn't mean you have to deprive yourself, but you do need to fuel yourself properly and adequately so that this can perform and so that this can function. Mental stimulation. So doing things that keep your brain actively engaged and working. It's like exercising a muscle. And I did watch, this was many, many years ago, before Alzheimer's and dementia were as much a part of my life as they are now. I was watching a documentary on TV, and they were interviewing different professionals and specialists about diseases and prevention and care of the body and the mind. And one of the doctors that was being interviewed talked about how, particularly with Alzheimer's and dementia, with those type of neurological diseases, that there was really strong evidence that showed that learning a new language activated a part of the brain that could help delay the onset of these diseases. Now, it may not sound like a whole lot of fun or something to you, like, maybe you don't plan on ever using a second language, but what would be the harm in doing something that has shown to have that kind of an impact? So it just seems that learning is a new language, whether you use it all the time or every day, but just that act of learning it, trying to learn a new language, does activate parts of the brain that seem to have an impact on delaying onset of Alzheimer's. Sleep. All right. Now, I've talked about this in another video about how with Alzheimer's, and as the person progresses through the stages of Alzheimer's, sleep becomes more and more disrupted. So this is sort of a catch-22. This can be a tricky thing to manage, but right now, if you aren't getting really good sleep, start engaging in behaviors that get you prepped and primed for a good night's sleep. We have research that shows us that during the nighttime, like during night when you're sleeping, your body is working very, very hard to do a lot of good things for you. One of those things is flushing the brain of toxins. It's basically, think of it as at nighttime, the night shift comes in and does the cleaning. The cleaning crew comes in and cleans out the brain. And what I've read is that, the suggested amount of time is 8 hours of consistent quality sleep. Now, maybe 5 hours is good for you. Maybe you function very well on 5, but if you're getting 1 to 2 and you're up and down all night long, you're not getting that consistent sleep that allows your body to do those jobs. So sleep, quality sleep for several hours in a row is vital to keeping your brain clean and healthy, and to keep that cognitive function, up. All right. Lastly, stress management. Stress, I don't believe really can be avoided in life. Some of us are a lot better at managing it and coping with it than others. But what we do know is that consistent periods of massive stress, like lots of stress without a break, has an impact on the brain. It really stresses the brain out. So if you're somebody that whether it's your job or a life situation, you're finding yourself in a constant state of just, you're buried under stress and you're not managing it well, it might be a really good idea for you to find ways to manage that better and cope with it, to bring some balance into your life. Give your brain a break. Give yourself a break. Allow yourself to have a timeout and give yourself permission to just stop, pause, and breathe, okay? All right, those are your 6 pillars of Alzheimer's prevention. Again, whether it can be prevented or not is still pretty highly debated among professionals. However, there is enough evidence to support that engaging or taking on some of these things, doing a lot of these good things for your body and for your brain, can possibly reduce your risk by up to 50% or even delay the onset. And really, they're all good things that impact your overall health. So if you're not doing them, start doing these things, incorporate them into your life, and start bringing in some of that balance and calm and peace and joy and health and wellness. Well, thank you so much for joining me today and for watching the video. I hope you did enjoy it. I hope you found it useful and informative. Please share it with friends or family that you think would benefit from watching this and hearing this information. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel, Critical Bench. We have fantastic videos here, lots of information and content for you to check out. Again, my name is Tonya. I am the Holistic Health Practitioner here at Critical Bench. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.